morning and welcome to Love Every Moment, coming to you today from 1880 town in South Dakota. Today's verse is 1 Peter 1:7. So that the proof of your faith, being more precious than gold which is perishable, even though tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. Now, the revelation of Jesus Christ, Peter is mentioning several times through words like our living hope and the revelation of Jesus Christ, that Jesus is coming back for his church. And it's a guaranteed thing. This man who denied Jesus 3 times is now rock solid in his faith that Jesus is coming again. Another interesting thing is just the word precious, which Peter's a fisherman. He's a rough and tough guy. And here he is using the word precious to describe our faith. Isn't that something? His heart has been melted. Now, the real meat of this, though, is about the trials, which we covered a bit in last week's verse, and I have the link up there. The trials will be the proof of our faith being made more precious than gold, which is perishable, even though tested by fire. Now let's look at that tested by fire. First of all, with a reference to John the Baptist, which will be Luke 3:16. John, that is John the Baptist, answered and said to them all, "As for me, I baptize you with water, but one is coming who is mightier than I, and I am not fit to untie the thong of his sandals. He will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and fire." So, my friends, we're being baptized with the Holy Spirit, who is washing all over us, and with fire. And to expound on that a little bit more, I have another cross-reference. That is 1 Corinthians 3, really starting with verse 13, but I'm going to back up to verse 11. It says, "For no man can lay a foundation other than the one which is laid, which is Jesus Christ. Now, if any man builds on the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, straw, each man's work will become evident, for the day will show it, because it is to be revealed with fire. And the fire itself will test the quality of each man's work. If any man's work which he has built on it remains, he will receive a reward. If any man's work is burned up, he will suffer loss, but he himself will be saved, yet as through fire." Now, a couple of things here. The fire is not meant to really destroy the gold. It's meant to destroy the other things like wood and hay and such, but it's there to purify the gold and make the gold better. So the works that we want are symbolized by gold. Now, this is the tricky part. I want to make sure I'm clear on this. When it says every man's work is to be tested, and you have different types of work, there are the wood, hay, and stubble type of works, and there's gold. The real work that we're talking about, the gold, is not really our work at all. It's his work in us. Here's an example. I could do a good work, such as giving to the poor. That's very good. But I could do it the wrong way. It could be my own human efforts. And I could say, well, I hope everybody notices that I'm giving to the poor, which makes me a great guy. That's the wrong motives. And that type of work will be burned with fire. But his work in me will be purified. And as long as it's all his work, think about it, his work in me is golden. And it's going to survive the fire. And that's what we want to shoot for. All of his work surviving the fire. Back to our main verse. The end of it says, "may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." There's going to be a well done, good and faithful servant, because we surrendered to him in love. So let's choose to love every moment, because then we're going to love every moment. I'm your average wretch, and I hope you have a great week.